All right. I know you'd think after doing this for the umpteenth time I'd have this figured out. All right. So, kind of an exciting big moment. The screenshot for the picture of this was just a slight tease. I did put the tires on, but they were not put on properly. It was just sitting there. I'm going to go through real quick and show you how to do them, how they're supposed to be. So, this was the bag that had bearings, ball bearings in it. Well, these are the last bearings. They're actually plastic bushings, but it's what we have to work with. So we're going to open those. Nothing left in there. And then now on this parts tree, D is in David, needing parts 4. There's 2 of them. And you're going to need both of those. Trim the icky plastic off of there. Nice and smooth. All right. Yeah, I know I just did a live stream for gluing the tires, but I figured since that was kind of short and I'd been doing long ones, I'll do a little bit longer. Unfortunately, this will be the last one that I do for a while because I have to wait for it to warm up so that I can paint the body properly again so that it can last longer because I want this to look nice because it's a tribute for my father. So when it comes to the tires, I do actually want to replace these with actual ball bearings at some point, but I have not as of yet, but it will at least get it on the road. So we're going to be putting the bearings inside in the center on both front wheels like that. And then to me, this is one of the unique things about this is most wheel hexes that you see to make sure I'm grabbing into the right tool thing. Most wheel hexes will be like that, different sizes. These two are 12 millimeter. This one, I believe, is 14. This is generally what's used in like a Max and the Revos, I believe. Maybe the older ones. I don't know about the newer ones. The 12s, those are traditional for most all of your 1/10 scale. This particular one here, I think they have this style, I think mainly on axial vehicles, but I don't know for sure. But these are traditional wheel hexes. This is what the Fox uses. It's completely different. As you can see with these, the shape is what locks into the wheel, and there's the pin that goes in the back. That's normal. But for the Fox, instead of it being the hex, the wheel actually has 4 little pins inside there. Those smaller circles. And those are actually going to lock into the wheel hex. Like that. And so I personally have not seen another RC car that has this type of wheel hex. That's why it is so interesting and so surprising to me. It's because I have not seen another vehicle that has that. All right, so wheel pins, wheel nuts. So the wheel pins, I know a lot of you guys probably know about this, but for those that are just experiencing it, so you're going to have to kind of hold the shaft to make sure that it doesn't fall in, but then you can put that pin through just like that, and then carefully you can slide the wheel on, and then you kind of turn it until it kind of drops in and locks into place. After it does that, then you can put the wheel nut on, and where to go? Grab the almighty holy RC cross wrench. That's what these things are, I swear. And as long as the nuts are the right type, put that on there, tighten it down pretty well, as much as you want, and then it should still move freely. The wheel nuts that you want to use for on your wheels, there's got kind of a plastic piece inside there. That's to make it kind of a lock nut so that it will stay on better. That one can go in. Be careful because these pins fall out very, very, very easily. Again, that's another reason why I have the towel laying down here, is to catch it in case it does. Again, put the wheel on. Again, you can tighten that down pretty good. Spins nice and free. The sound was actually the wires hitting, but you can see it's and for the front, don't have to worry about a pin in there, but you just make sure that your washers are still in place. Alright. See, as you can see, the rear end has ball bearings in it. And it's going through and it's spinning clear over, spinning the other wheel. And you see how it actually spins freely still, but then how this doesn't. That's a perfect representation of ball bearings versus bushings. That friction of it not wanting to spin, that's going to cause additional wear on stuff. So that's why ball bearings are the best way to go. And this is as loose as it can be because I don't even have the nut on there. Has a springy front end. So I still got to kind of finish up the antenna routing and all that. But I will probably do a zip tie or something to keep the wires over this direction so that they don't hit the tire. She rolls. You know what? Let's try something. Oh, that opens. When this thing was initially designed, they had no idea about LiPo batteries. So I think what I might have to do is, yeah, I have to do that real quick. These two posts that were right here, hopefully you guys can see them. Those posts right there, I'm actually going to have to take those out. Because they are going to hinder my battery from being able to be installed. I'm going to make it too tight for my liking. So, take one out. And I actually am a member of a Tamaya Fox group on Facebook. And I actually asked in there what a lot of people did, and a few of them said there were batteries that actually fit in there just right. Other ones said, yeah, take the pins out and run it that way. And honestly, I don't want to have to buy specific batteries for this just because it's not going to be ran a ton. And so that's why I am just removing those little pins. Body clip. Let's now have our LiPo battery in there. I'm going to grab our radio, turn it on. All right, so you guys saw it kind of run before without any tires and wheels on it. What I'm seeing, I might have to tear this thing apart and redo that servo horn so it's mounted more center. Seems like it'll scoot pretty good. Hard to see, but it left peel out marks on the towel. Pulling up a little bit of fluff off the towel, so that's pretty good. So there's first look at it actually running and going. So hopefully that will hold you guys over until I am able to actually get the body painted, so then I can take it out and actually run it, at least run it properly. So, but this is definitely the smallest RC car that I have. Let me clean some of this up real quick. These back in there. So just to give you guys some size comparison of how big this one is. That's a TRX4 Bronco edition. And you can see how much smaller it is. Its entire footprint is smaller than what the Bronco, the TRX4 is. So, just a little bit of a size comparison for you. So, anyways, there is the first look at the Tamiya Nova Fox. And seeing that it's running, like I said, I think I might go back and redo the servo. It's going to suck because that's going to be taking a bunch of stuff off, but I noticed that it turns one way and this wheel kicks in more. And so I think gonna have to redo that steering mechanism in there. But you see it, it's got the bouncy front end like the classics do. Back end seems pretty good. Even with that Tamiya or that LiPo battery in there. I might go ahead and put some spacers on the back just so it's a little bit stiffer. I haven't actually looked in the manual to see if it says to do the spacers or not in the rear, because I think it might. But that's also somewhat driver preference. And I like my cars to oversteer a bit, so I generally have softer front ends than I do rear ends. And right now, this one's back reverse of that. I have heard that this one does have an oversteer or an understeer problem where it pushes into corners. But again, it's not going to be for performance, but I do like them to still handle pretty good though. So anyways, that is the look at the Tamiya Fox, and that completes the, other than the body, that completes the build of my dad's Fox. So I need to think of a name for this thing. Yes, I'm one of those funny people that I name them. So post up in the comments what you guys think a good name would be. I have some ideas of my own that I might do. I don't know. So post up what you guys think might be a good name for this thing down in the comments below. And who knows? Maybe I'll pick one and we'll use that one. So anyways, until next time, it's another little bit of a short video, but it was just a couple quick little simple things. And Now you can see what stage it's at, and you guys can see now that it is truly completed, other than there is the driver figure that, again, it has to be painted as well, but then the body has to be painted also. So yeah, that's all that's left in the manual. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that, and we'll see you guys next time. So meantime, keep them shiny side up, or if they're dirty, still keep them body side up. Catch you guys next time.